Hello, everybody. Welcome to our pre-show Computer America program, and we are got a great show planned for you. In the first hour, we're going to have computer and technology news brought to you by Slimware Utilities, the official optimization software of Computer America. And in the second hour, we got the GizWiz, Dick DiBartolo, Mad Magazine's maddest writer, joining us. Now, Ben is off for the next 2 nights. Aaron is joining us, so I'm sure you can see him, his smiling face.
1 minute until showtime.
And we're going to be starting momentarily, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the 2-hour Computer America show.
Can we talk now?
You can talk. It's the pre-show. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get this movie conversation out of the way. I know you love to open shows about movies. What's on your mind? Which one?
Oh, there's a good one I just watched too.
Age of Ultron Part 4?
No, Age of Ultron I saw, but the one about artificial intelligence, I just watched it.
Oh, Dumb and Dumber.
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina?
Ex Machina, yeah, exactly.
Oh. Yeah. You said you want to see it, or you're going to see it?
I saw it.
Oh, how was it?
It was really weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Broadcasting live, it's America's longest-running national radio talk show on computers, Computer America, hosted by national columnist Craig Crossman. Look for Craig's weekly column in your favorite newspaper. This show is being beamed nationwide at ComputerAmerica.com. Keep it here for technology news, computer products, guest interviews, and your phone calls. You're listening to Computer America.
Hello, and welcome into the Computer America show. It's the nation's longest-running, nationally syndicated radio talk show on computers. Computer America is heard around the world and coast to coast. And I'm your host, Craig Crossman.
And I'm the show's third wheel, Aaron.
Oh, Aaron is here. Yes, that's right. Ben, my co-host, is off tonight. Actually, for the next 2 nights, he's got some things that he has to do, and so we are going to be enjoying the pleasure and company of our executive producer and webmaster and my son, Aaron Crossman,
and so, soon to be co-host.
And soon
to start getting his act together.
Exactly. Well, I see you're wearing your bacon T-shirt. That because you are in fact a chemist, So there it is. He's got barium, cobalt, and nitrogen, right and of course that spells out bacon, B-A-C-O-N, bacon.
Yeah. I feel like they, could have gone with barium, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, got some more of the, life-giving elements into the equation, but they were more concise. That's one way to do it.
They wouldn't have spelled bacon then.
You sure it would have. Barium, B-A-C, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, C-O-N, bacon. Yeah. Right. I just figure I usually show up in a polo shirt or some other, formal or semi-formal attire, and I thought, you know what, tonight I'm going to go casual but still keep it nerdy.
And you're going to be bacon.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been eating a lot of bacon lately, man. We've had a package on sale, which is rare because bacon today, for some reason, is super expensive. It's like more expensive than sushi. What gives?
You ever hear that routine with Louis C.K., the comedian? He says, I love life. He says, we get to put bacon in our mouths.
Yeah. That's true. There's that's one of life's many simple pleasures.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. As I said, we've got computer and technology news brought to you by Slimware Utilities, the official optimization software of Computer America in the first hour, and then it is the last Wednesday of the month, it being May, and that means we're going to have Dick DiBartolo, better known as the GizWiz, Mad Magazine's maddest writer, is going to be here with us. He's got some really cool things to talk about on his website. He'll be joining us in the second hour, and he'll have things like a fake TV, that's one of the things. He has helpful magnetic things. He's going to talk about it. He's got some really cool gadgets, a device that will help you to move things upstairs, downstairs, upstairs. But what I really think, he's got a toolbox that you can wear on your wrist. This is really, really cool stuff. So all those stories and more and gadgets, Dick DeBartolo is going to be joining us in the second hour of the program. But now, Aaron, today I know it was a momentous occasion for you because after I don't know how many years you've had an iPhone 3G. I didn't say a 4G or a 5. No, a 3G iPhone. Actually, it was a hand-me-down. It was my iPhone.
It was not. You dirty liar.
Yeah.
Craig Crossman is
making
a... No, you did not. How dare you, sir?
Oh, I thought I gave you. All right.
Please. Let's roll back the footage a tad.
I thought I gave you. Okay.
All right. Let me set the scene for everyone. It was indeed a big day for me. The rest of the Crossman household goes through devices anytime there's an upgrade. Anytime Apple comes out with a new something, Craig's all over it. No. Ben himself. Oh, come on.
I don't have an iPhone 6. I don't have a 6, but I still have an iPhone 5S.
But do you want a 6?
Of course I do.
Well, there you go. I had no urge to upgrade my phone. Right? Ben is a different situation. Ben is someone who habitually breaks his devices. Ben so he constantly needs new ones.
Ben, I tell you, Ben didn't even want, for years, I begged him to get a smartphone. He says, no, I've got a little flip phone. He says, what do I need a smartphone for? He says, I have no use for a smartphone. And now he has an iPhone.
Changed his mind.
You can't pry it from him. He's always looking at it and looking things up.
You know what it is? Craig, think about this, okay? Ben has hands the size of bear paws. So for like 2 to 4, there was several years in a row where were just smartphones. They were all about, look at how we can condense everything you like about your, Palm Pilot into this screen. And it was a tiny touch screen because that was, the limit of screens at the time. Since then, they've gotten bigger. And now where is the line between, a phone versus a tablet, a phablet? There's all different sizes, so I'm sure Ben has a much more comfortable selection to choose from. But
he has an iPhone 5S, and
does it have one of the larger screens?
No, it's a large screen. I have a 5S as well, but the 6 is even bigger, and the 6 Plus, of course, is huge.
Right. I had the iPhone 3G.
Yeah.
And I had acquired one of these in 2011.
Define acquired.
Well, it was just, I can tell you exactly when it happened. It was summer of 2011 because they were, it was 11 or I want to say 11. Someone's going to correct me if I'm wrong, but it was the year the iPhone 4 was being launched.
Yes, that's true.
So I had also one of those old school flip phones that, lasted me all through college and half of high school. So there's another instance of me having a device for multiple years. And I said, okay, well, let me go in there. And I didn't really care for a smartphone. I didn't think I would use the features really. At the time, the address book was about the most complex thing, and that was cool. I got one for $50 because they were trying to get rid of all the iPhone 3Gs just before they launched the 4. Apple had done the first of their many dirty tricks, I feel, that made them oodles of money, which is really a great business move. But where they had convinced phone vendors and cell phone companies to purchase hundreds of millions of units of these phones up front, and then they could in turn sell them to their users of their service. And just after everyone bought all that, the next year they came out with a new model, and so they realized they were sitting on a whole bunch of phones they would never be able to sell. So that's when I picked one up for $50. Okay. And I gotta say, it's so durable. It was an extremely well-made phone. It lasted me forever. I never really had any failures. I only had to update the software like 2 or 3 times.
3G or the 4?
The 3G. I never owned it for the 3G. But lately, it's been, the call quality's been kind of terrible. You guys can't understand me when I call. And I was down to like one speaker.
We just don't like paying attention to you. So
yeah. No, well, I mean, now you have no excuse. Before you could be like, your phone, this is terrible.
Okay.
Exactly. But, it was still working. I took it into, I was taking, my fiance and her niece to the mall today, and they ran off to go shopping, and I wandered into the Best Buy Mobile, in there in the mall, and I just wanted to look at the devices. I had planned to go to AT&T later to actually, get things sorted out, but to Best Buy Mobile's credit, what a great little store. They were able to take care of everything. They called AT&T and took care of all the difficulties. You know, there was a little bit of a wait, but I didn't have to do anything. And I walked out of there with a new phone, and I wasn't even planning on getting one.
Let me see it.
Sure. There it is. Yes, sir.
Look at that, nice, shiny and new.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, turn the background.
What's that big scratch on the screen I see?
Yeah. Which one? There's no scratch here.
Okay.
But, yeah, they actually had a really cool deal going on where if you picked up one of the Galaxy S6s, they gave me a tablet for $1.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a 10-inch. It was a Tab 4, Galaxy Tab 4.
For $1.
For $1.
So,
$1.
what are you going to do with it?
I don't know.
Okay.
We give it away. I didn't even plan on getting a phone. I walked out with a phone and a tablet.
Yeah.
So very good salespeople there.
Jonathan in the chat room wants to know what your secret is for growing awesome facial hair.
It takes constant disapproval from your parents.
Okay.
If they don't call you at least twice a week to complain that you need a shave, it's just not going to grow.
It is.
So make sure you send them constant annoying pictures about how awful, your beard is going to look tragic. So send that to them, and when they complain, it'll start to look better.
All right.
Better as they complain.
All right, so Jonathan is now happy. He knows your secret.
There you go.
Fortress wants you to send them your tablet for $1.
Yeah. Oh man, for Fortress, you know what? Low price for $100 for you, buddy.
There you go. What a deal.
That's a discount. That's like half price what they were supposed to sell it to me for.
What a pal.
I feel like I stole the thing, really.
Yeah, really. $1. What's that? Now tell me.
That's probably the reason why I got the phone, to be honest with you.
You didn't go. I thought for sure you were going to go for the Galaxy S6 with the edge, on both sides, because you can put it face down and you can see the display and you can have the clock. And my understanding is you didn't go for that. Why didn't you go for the edge?
I did not. No. Did not get the edge. Did not. I had a chance to handle it. Wasn't a fan because, as I was trying to explain it to you before the show, most smartphones, since the history of smartphones, have a very similar form factor. They've got a certain height to width ratio, and they've got a certain depth, and they have just a feel, and that feel is comfortable. Just like any remote control for a TV, they all, might have different styles, but it's got that same form factor that you're used to.
Right.
And with the Edge, what they do is they take the edges and they actually bevel the glass and use a flexible LCD screen. I'm not sure exactly what the material is, but what that does is that brings in the edges and makes the phone more narrow, because what they didn't do was adjust the top or the bottom. And that gave the phone, when I personally was holding it, it felt like I was holding more of like a really futuristic remote control. Like I said, it was more narrow. It didn't feel like a smartphone. And for someone who, sorry?
What's a smartphone feel like?
Well, put your phone in your hand.
Yeah, there's a bug.
That's what it feels like. And then now take it and make it noticeably narrower.
But that's what they want to be, thinner and narrower, and that's what they're aiming for.
I would have preferred it more if they either also brought in the top and the bottom, or widened the overall phone to maintain that aspect ratio that is so comfortable to my hand. I didn't like the feel of it, and at the end of the day, you have to hold your phone forever, so.
It's a personal
one. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure you might love it and go for it, but it wasn't for me.
Well, I'm an iPhone guy. I mean, I'm well vested in the technology. I use iTunes to. I do use my address book and store the information. And that was a gradual. When I originally before I had the iPhone, I rarely used the address book. Now it's an integral part of what it is that I do, and so I'm well vested in it. So I'll always stick with the iPhone platform. But I'm sure Apple will have some cool things to come. I wasn't that pleased with the 6 or the 6 Plus, because the 6 Plus is huge. It's like borderline phablet. So I'm sticking with the 5S so far. I still have my 5S.
Yeah, I mean, just for the record, I'm almost certain that you can export your address book in any type of common file format and take it to anywhere else. Don't feel like Apple owns your identity, because
they don't, and I'm sure they have some sort of a import-export feature.
Exactly.
But
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the gigantic phone design. I much prefer the, you know, the something that'll actually fit in your pocket.
Yep, I know.
Yeah.
The other one, the iPhone 6 is starting to really stretch the border of my pocket, you know. So I'm sticking with 5S so far. So
that was, you know, I'm also going back to school soon, and that was something that was important. I was very, very clear to the gentleman who was helping me that I needed a phone that was still very, very current, because I'm someone who keeps a phone forever, but I needed something that would have the power I would need, you know, if, say, this phone should one day come to even be more powerful than any calculator I could get from TI, or, you know, if I have this thing syncing up with some of my hardware in the lab, who knows? But I wanted something that would enable me to, you know, take advantage of all that modern technology has to offer.
Now you got to give me a little bragging rights here. When Aaron says he's going back, I know he looks like he's a high school, but no, he's actually graduated college 2 years now, and he's actually going to PhD in chemistry. So you're actually going to be teaching at the University of Colorado. So
yes.
Right, so that's it. So
as a graduate student.
As a graduate student, okay.
There are many ways to teach.
Just thought I would mention that little.
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely, I'm super excited.
And as are we. So okay, so that's the smartphone story. So now you have the Samsung, and Carissa, your fiance, she has a Windows phone.
Yes.
We have iPhones. So between all of us, we got all our smartphones covered, I guess.
Yeah, Mom's even got a jitterbug. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's got a jitterbug. Yes, she does.
And you and Ben both have iPhone 5s. There might be one style of phone we're missing. Let me see.
Right.
Android.
Well,
mine's an Android. Hers is a Windows. Mac.
I think we're fine. I think we got it. Now, there's supposedly a Linux phone coming out.
I was gonna get that, but they have just been pushing that deadline off too long.
I know.
They kicked that can down the road like a year and a half. I'm sorry, guys. I would have loved to give you my money, but they just took too long.
No buyer's remorse on your part for the phone that you got. You like it.
I have no idea yet. I actually bought it, and I haven't even really played with it.
Well, you can take it back. They give you 15 days or something to take it
14
back?
14 days. Why would I take it back? As far as I know, it's a great phone.
All right. Well, you need to find. Yeah, you need to start playing with it.
Why? Why can't I just trust that this technology is going to serve me well? They usually do. I mean, think about the last phone I bought, man. I just walked in and they were like, "Here, this is cheap," and I was like, "Okay," and that was good for 5 years.
Well, one of the news stories that we're going to be coming up with, and we'll probably lead with, is Apple has Siri.
I have one more shout out that I wanted to mention.
Yeah, so what was that?
Well, I bought this phone today, but I was saying I haven't been playing with it. And I would think the next question would be, what? Why aren't you playing with your brand new phone?
Wait, what? Why aren't you playing with your brand new phone?
I'll tell you. I've been reading an excellent book.
Oh, okay. What book is that, Aaron?
It's called The Florentine Deception. It is a techno thriller. I got to be honest with you, parts of it read like a film noir. But it's the characters are somewhat. I like them. They're a lot of fun, and I've just started the book. But the reason I'm reading it is because it was written by one of the researchers over at Symantec. Yeah. So, and they're coming on tomorrow night, and he's actually coming on specifically to talk about this novel. And I got to say, he does an excellent job blending some of the aspects of what you would think of as, cybersecurity research, which is what his forte is, with
Kerry Natchenberg.
Yes, Kerry.
He is actually a chief engineer over at Symantec.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also an author, so we're gonna have him on the first hour of the show tomorrow night and discuss his book as well as what they're doing over at Symantec. So and Aaron's reading the book. I didn't get a copy of it in time, but I can look at some of it. So over on Amazon, they let me look through it. So I'll look a little bit at that. But I'm counting on you to be more familiar with the book than I am tomorrow night.
Sure. But I mean, part of the book is it's, well, I don't want to say part of it, but the book has a theme of his expertise you can tell that the book was written by a researcher in cybersecurity because it reads like a cyber criminal thriller, which is really cool. So I'm excited to talk to him about it, and it's a very enjoyable read. People should definitely pick up a copy and tune in tomorrow night to get the chance to hear from the author.
Yeah, exactly, and maybe even an opportunity to speak to him. And by the way, if you have a question or comment, suggestion on anything that Aaron and I are talking about tonight, somebody says the chat room is malfunctioning. You can give us
probably you because you're so spiteful about our chat.
Yeah, I am. 347-884-8881. That's the phone number that'll get you on and get you through. 347-884-8881. You can also join us in our chat room, our malfunctioning chat room. You can head on over there just from our homepage at computeramerica.com. Just go to the selection Show Lounge. That'll take you to the chat room, or if you hover over Show Lounge, it'll give you the option to go to a full-page chat, and then just put in it'll just ask you, do you want to chat, and you just type in a username. That's the name you'll be known by when you go in there and hit enter, and you're done, and you're in the chat room. So we welcome you there. But the easiest thing, of course, is call us 347-884-8881. Again, Ben is on assignment. Is going to be away for the next couple of days. Aaron Crossman, my co-host for the next 2 evenings. Enjoy him.
He's
now.
Actually on a bender. He left us a note scribbled on.
Is that with
BEN-DER?
Bender.
He's on a bender.
No, he's not.
Sure.
All right. So, all right. Well, then that's Aaron's phone story. We got some news stories I want to talk about. So let's do some computer and technology news. Okay.
Bring on the sound clip.
All right. Here we go. Tonight's computer and technology news is brought to you by Slimware Utilities, the official optimization software of Computer America. You can visit them at slimwareutilities.com to clean, speed up, and optimize your Windows system for free. You heard me. Everything at slimwareutilities.com is completely free. It's on a freemium model. It's not crippled in any way. You use it for a week and then you have to pay extra money. None of that. Everything at slimwareutilities.com is completely free. We use them here at the Crossman household. I highly recommend you download them all. Why not? They're free. There's a backup software, some great things there, and keep them. And when you need them, you're going to be happy that you have them accessible. SlimwareUtilities.com. Check it out. And in this very first story of the evening, I hinted at this. I talked about the fact that the Apple iPhone has Siri on it, and Android has, I think, Google Play or Google Talk, so and everybody had to be jealous about the Microsoft Windows phone. Was the only phone that had Cortana. Well, evidently not anymore, because Microsoft today announced that Cortana, the voice assistant, will now be available for the Android phone and for the iPhone. That's right, it's official. Microsoft's bringing Cortana voice assistant to Android and the iPhone. I think that's really, really cool. Because quite frankly, I like Cortana. Cortana sounds so much better than Siri. It's much more, sorry Siri, but has a more natural tonal inflection. Sounds more human. It's just I think a better interface to all that information that's in there.
Well, I mean, there's two parts to something like this. There's the how close it can approximate the human voice, so it sounds pleasing. But there's also the algorithm underneath, and I'll be honest, I'm uninformed, underinformed, I should say, about which algorithm is more well developed. For example, even though Cortana sounds better, maybe Siri is much better at finding you what you want. Well,
no. For example, Cortana has a notebook. Which remembers what you like and also will sync across all of your platforms. So this won't be a one-for-one recreation, of what you'd like to get right now, since Microsoft can't tap directly into the operating system like it can on Windows devices. So evidently with Cortana you won't get hands-free activation, and you can't say, "Hey Cortana," or things like that, which I like on my phone because I can say, "Hey Siri," although that only works, Aaron, when you have your my iPhone's plugged into power. If it's got power, I can say, "Hey Siri," and she'll activate. If it's not, then it won't activate. So that's interesting. And evidently with Cortana you can't do that. But still, according to this article, it'll be worth seeing what the Halo-inspired helper can do when it reaches Android in late June. And iPhones are coming sometime later this year. And they'd like to add that it's not the only treat Microsoft has in store for your smartphone either. They've got some other surprises hanging around.
Oh yeah.
Now,
yeah, but you can definitely see how different big computer companies have been investing a lot more time and resources into smartphones and smartphone app development software. Because the trend in the past decade has been people just not just people had PCs and then there were laptops, but then once people start there was this whole mobile revolution, and people are now asking, should I buy a tablet or should I buy a PC? And a tablet's just that much easier to use. So if Microsoft can get their operating system into that market, that's exactly where they should be if they want to keep competing with Apple or Google. So and this is great that they're
it is. But Microsoft also is unveiling Phone Companion.
Mm-hmm.
The Windows 10 app due in the OS preview within a few weeks. Okay, that helps you sync your Android, iOS, or Windows handset with your PC.
Mm-hmm.
See, they have this already now in Yosemite on the Apple side, where they have this. But Microsoft is not just sitting around, waiting for Apple to beat them. So this is something, that they're bringing to it.
And it's probably even a sign of a larger, Internet of Things to come. Here you have these large, software giants, which are, competing for the space of, the PC, the phone, the tablet, the, TV, simultaneously. Look at Microsoft also does with the Xbox, the entertainment systems, right? Which is also getting DVR capabilities. They are competing for every device in the home. And once they've captured everything people already use, it'll be easy for them to start, you already have everything Microsoft, well, here's some temperature sensors you can throw around your home to make sure we're up. This is a great way to create that smart home that appears to be coming together with each new device.
Now also here's something else that they're doing. It's going to mostly entail loading apps from Microsoft services.
Mm-hmm.
You're using non-Windows hardware, but it should take the challenge out of accessing your computer's content when you're on the road. And yes, this includes music on all platforms. So the Microsoft's promising an updated version of Xbox Music for Android and iOS. Okay, like on Windows, will stream your OneDrive music for free. And this doesn't arrive in beta form until July, but it'll be worthwhile if you thrive in the Microsoft ecosystem. So, just thought.
I got a question for you, Craig. Actually, so do you think this is a smart idea by Apple to allow their devices to be and their operating system to be used by other companies? Like, do you think it was a good thing for Apple to open up the gates and allow Windows onto their phone?
Well, here's the thing. First of all, Apple was very proud in the fact that they said that iTunes was the only application that Apple wrote that worked in Windows, because none of their other products does too.
Mm-hmm.
It's only iTunes, and that was a big step for them. Now, whether this, I guess they have to have Apple sanction because all the stuff has to go through Apple with this Cortana interface. But of course, it's not going to be. I guess they're not going to. It won't be as native to the phone as Siri is, because Siri has access to many of the things that are deep within the iPhone that probably Cortana won't have.
I don't know about that. Look at the guest we just had, Amy DuOS. I mean, it's really, this just highlights the fact that every phone internally is almost the same. You've got the same basic parts. You got a processor, you got RAM, you got a hard drive, you got a camera, you got a screen. It's the same basic parts. And what we're really talking about is, you know, can the software access those parts?
No, that's what I'm saying. And I don't think Apple's going to allow them to do not access all of it.
I think the fact that they let them access any of it is I'm not sure this was a good idea, to be honest with you.
Well, they're going to get, Microsoft has the software developer kit, a SDK that's issued by Apple, which has, and as long as they follow the guidelines from Apple, because Apple's the one that says yay or nay to any app that runs on the iPhone.
Sure.
Unless it's jailbroken, and then of course that's not official, an Apple official product anyway. So I think that it's going to be there. People will play with it, and they may or may not use it. If you like it, I think it's going to be kind of cool. But unless it can do as much as Siri can, well, you know, I think we have to sit and wait and see. That's it.
I think what's concerning me is, you know, you can sit down and hold $1,000 product from Apple that has, you know, Siri on it or Cortana, or you can handle, you know, a $600 product from one of their competitors that has Siri or Cortana or any of the same software. Like, once you can have any software on any device, don't you start saying, okay, this is an apples to apples price comparison, and wouldn't that hurt Apple, which has historically been on the higher end of the price range?
Yeah. Oh, music means we're at the bottom of the hour break.
I'll get you when we come back.
Yeah, so we'll answer that question when we come back. And also, we're going to talk about the path to Windows 10. Upgrade path to Windows 10 is finally explained. We're going to take a look at various Windows 10 upgrade scenarios when we come back. We also have a new News Tips Bulletin review from Marty Winston. That and more coming up here on the Computer America Show. Aaron and I will be right back.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-866-663-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. So, disable the cable and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-866-663-MY-TV right now to sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99 and up to 4 rooms. And there's no equipment to buy. That includes your free HD TV upgrade, your free DVR upgrade, and your free professional installation. And the best part, the pristine digital picture and sound. Call 1-866-663-MY-TV. So, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-866-663-MY-TV. 1-866-663-MY-TV. Disable the cable, cut costs, and get more. Call 1-866-663-MY-TV. 1-866-663-MY-TV.
Hi, this is Craig Crossman, host of the Computer America Show. You have important meetings to schedule. Your company's getting ready for its IPO, and you're in charge of the PTA fundraiser this month. So how do you coordinate everyone to be available at the same time? Are you still using emails, phone calls, even text messages to schedule meetings with a group of people? How's that working out for you? Not so great, huh? It's a fact that every day, millions of people suffer from scheduling headaches. Well, with Doodle, scheduling meetings with a group of people is quick and easy. With Doodle, you can easily propose available times to each member. Each one checks off the times that they're available, and then you simply pick the time that works best for the group, all in an easy-to-read display that integrates with your existing calendar. Nothing could be more simple. Give Doodle a try for free, and like millions of Doodle users, you'll truly see how easy it is to find the perfect date and time for all your meetings. That's www.doodle.com.
One more time, this is Marty Winston with a News Tips Bulletin Review for Computer America. This time, the Ryobi 8-inch bench grinder. The last time we used a bench grinder was in 8th grade metal shop, so it was high time to add one to our workbench. Most bench grinders get used for sharpening lawnmower blades, chisels, screwdriver blades, or twist drill bits. Or you can swap one or both of the heavy stone grinding wheels for wire brushes to remove surface rust and rough polished metal pieces. We got in the Ryobi BG828G 8-inch bench grinder for review. Its big motor reaches 3,600 RPM, spinning both big stone grinding wheels in so nice a balance that it runs almost silently and takes almost 2 minutes to coast to a stop when you turn it off. A spark guard over each wheel is mounted with an LED light accessory, one on each side, using 2 AAA cells each, with a good view of the work. Spark guards are good, but don't even turn it on without wearing eye protection. The work rest on the right is flat and nicely positioned for sharpening, well, chisels, for example. The one on the left has an angled groove that's a major help when sharpening drill bits. Bottom line, the Ryobi BG828G 8-inch bench grinder is a big improvement over hand tools, one you'd love to have things go faster for important gear maintenance work. This is Marty Winston with a News Tips Bullet Review for Computer America.
33 minutes after the hour here on the Computer America Show. I wasn't sure if you knew to bring it back, so I just figure I would, Aaron.
That's fine. You can.
Yeah, and
Marty Winston has been doing a lot of power tools lately.
yeah, he does. I don't know. Yeah, but he does a lot of computer stuff too. But every once in a while, he does some power tools, and it's a manly thing. Power tools.
Well, I was just gonna say this is actually that's actually a great thing. I think that people who are high tech are also very handy themselves. They usually like to get into their computers and mess with things, and
also not only that, not only computer that mess with things, but also cooking, music.
Mechanic work,
higher art. Exactly. I think
anything with some type of design and working with your hands, it just kind of lends itself well to people. If you've got the whole philosophy of someone who enjoys computers and tech and IT, it just also lends itself well to other certain hobbies.
Yeah. I don't think that people know that about Ben, but Ben loves to cook.
He does. He is an excellent cook. And he's got all kinds of fish stories. Ask him about the time he deep fried his hand.
Oh yes, I was there when I saw that. Yes,
that was in Gainesville.
I know, but I saw the pictures.
Yeah, absolutely. He had a wound for like months. It was awful. But
at the time he dropped a rock on his toe.
That was that was when was he training for the Highland Games or something?
Yeah, something. And he just anyway.
Yeah. He's an outdoorsy person. Can I actually give a quick honorable mention to our themes for the show? Sure. So people might have noticed since January, each month has had a different theme. May has, of course, been in space, which, considering some of our guests might make sense. And the background on the new websites have all been space-themey. Well, starting in June, they're going to start getting more exotic. June is our travel month. So we're going to have all kinds of interesting guests with how to, travel smarter, take advantage of some of these neat services that are being offered for people who are doing a lot of traveling. Different ways you can organize your itinerary or organize your photos, stuff like that. And then July is also, the theme for July is outdoor and green technology. And, we've been doing a lot of booking for the show to try to get the calendar kind of more set further out, and it turns out there's a lot of technology being developed, not just for what you would think. It turns out there's a lot of technology out there that's made to be very rugged, very outdoorsy, made specifically for being outdoor use. And technology, as it gets smarter, it's also getting more rugged, and this is a really neat trend. And so hopefully people get a chance to see this going forward. Technology is not for just basement-dwelling pizza eaters who like games. It's for hikers. It's for people who like to travel the world. It's for people who like to do things, see things, make things. And I hope that, we all hope, right? As we get each guest on in turn, people, discover a new facet of technology or that they just hadn't even considered.
There you go. All right, so that's and we're trying to carry these different themes of the different months here of the program, and just some of the changes and things that we're doing here on the show. In the meantime, Aaron and I are doing computer and technology news, brought to you by Slimware Utilities, the official optimization software of Computer America. And this next story is from Maximum PC. Paul Lilly. We do a lot of his stories by him, by the way. You
should write him on the show.
Yeah, I've told Ben to do that, or told Carissa to do that. Windows 10 upgrade paths are explained. Yeah, I'd love to have Paul Lilly on the program. Tell her. So these are a look at various Windows 10 upgrade scenarios. And basically he says, sometimes it feels like the closer we get to the release of Windows 10, which is slated, by the way, for this summer, the less we actually know. Yes, Microsoft finally revealed a list of Windows 10 editions last week. Ben and I talked about those, and there were quite a few of them. But I guess the question, he says, how exactly will upgrades work for users rocking a copy of Windows 7 or 8.1? And he says the answer is out there. We just have to find it, or it has to find us, I guess.
That's such a very existential answer. The answer you seek exists if you but seek it.
The answer is from the Matrix. The answer is you just need to find you.
If you install it, it will come.
It will come. Yes, exactly. Evidently, Paul Thurrott, who is a senior technical analyst for Windows IT Pro, stumbled onto a blog post from Microsoft Australia partner network that contained information on the various Windows 10 announcements of late. Now, the blog post was written by a Windows product manager from Microsoft Australia, okay, and she lists the various editions that were announced that Ben and I talked about, and then goes over the upgrade paths, what you do. So they're like 6 bullet points I'd like to read to you. Microsoft will offer a free upgrade to Windows 10 for qualified Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows Phone 8.1 devices in the first year. After the first year, upgrades will be paid via boxed product and VL upgrades. That's the first thing. Windows 8/8.1 and Windows 7 Home Basic and Home Premium devices upgrade to Windows 10 Home. Okay. If you have Windows 8 or 8.1 Pro and Windows 7 Professional and Ultimate devices, upgrade to Windows 10 Pro. That's the third bullet point. The fourth one is if upgraded within the first 12 months following the launch, the device will receive ongoing Windows 10 updates for free for the life of that device. That's nice.
Well,
yeah.
All of
that,
yeah. Just I don't know why they don't just give Windows 10 to everyone for free. The fact that it costs anyone any money is a pretense, because the entire operating system was built around the concept of software as a service, which has really come into its own in just about, like, if you name one big piece of software, I guarantee you it's a software as a service where you don't buy the software, you buy a license. Windows has
Apple does it. Apple gives their software. Apple gives their OS away for free. And by the way,
exactly, Apple has a different model.
And there's only one version of the operating system. There's no OS Pro and OS. No.
Apple has a different model. Apple says you pay $1,000 for a device. We control everything you ever get to use, and we'll guarantee that it works. And that's good. That's their model. Windows is, with Windows 10, their model is going to be basically, here's an operating system for free. If you want to use any productivity software like Windows or Word or Excel or anything, you got to pay money for that. If you want to use an email manager, well, I mean, those are basically free, but it's the software choice. It's the using the software that's going to start costing you money. That's how they're going to start making their money. So for them to just give everyone a free Windows 10 upgrade is fine, because that's not their model anymore. They're not out to make money off. I mean, think about it. Linux, incredibly easy to set up these days. It's free. Windows making their operating system free, that makes sense, because what they're going to do is charge you for the software you need Windows for anyway. So I don't know why they don't just say, hey, if you want Windows 10, download it. It's free. They can capture the market, and then they can start charging people for using the software, which is how they're making their money anyway.
What do you mean they're going to capture it? They already captured the market, but it was 80-some% is Windows anyway. So
well, perfect. Then they'll get the other 20.
Well, I don't know about that, but let
me put it this way: if your choice is using a Mac device, which costs $1,500, and versus a Windows device, which now the operating system is free, is $500, and they've got basically the same functionality, what are you going to choose? I'm telling you, Apple is making a really questionable decision letting Windows into their domain at all, and Windows is making some incredibly smart moves. I would start selling Apple stock, but I'm no financial analyst. Don't take my word at that, but I'm just saying I question what's going on at Apple. And I think Windows is doing great work. So
I don't have enough time to answer that. We don't have enough time there. But let me just say that. Let me finish this article here. He says,
please don't read any more bullet points. Skip to the next
there's
part.
2 more. I want to read them.
Oh man. Okay.
All right, never mind. Okay, well, this is the whole point of the story is all the upgrades. Okay.
Yes.
The upgrade path. So I guess you can look at it. Alan doesn't want to talk about them. Okay.
I don't. I'm more interested in the essence of the story than all the bullet points. What's the next one?
Well, wait a minute, and then let me address what you're saying.
Okay, let's go.
You don't want to talk about what?
No, please continue.
Because
more bullet points.
when you say, you can get a PC for $500, but when you buy an Apple for $1,500, whatever it is, you're getting not only the operating system, you're getting, you get the word processor, you get all the software you're going to need for the most part to use that computer. When you when you compare apples to apples, you're going to find out that the Mac is actually a pretty good value. And on top of that, you're getting a really, a solid machine.
But the thing is with Mac, you're paying $1,500 for a ton of software that you might not use. Windows will give you a much cheaper price, and then you can activate each license individually for the software that you need. I have no stake in the Apple versus Windows race. I'm just saying that if I were someone who was not already vested in one camp or the other, I would look at them objectively and go with a Windows device.
Did you know that Windows is not Microsoft's cash cow? They don't really.
Of course. Well.
They don't make money.
They don't have. I don't think they have a cash cow. I think they're a diversified company.
No, they do. Windows. No, Microsoft's cash cow is Office. Always has been.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So for them to make Windows free so they can get people to buy copies of Office makes perfect sense.
Yeah, but and they're doing everything right with Windows 10, except maybe this last little bit. They're still going to charge people. Although they do offer paths for people who've stolen earlier version of Windows to upgrade to Windows 10. But
I'm telling you, they should just they would completely end piracy of the Windows operating system if it were free. If they gave it away, people would stop stealing it, and then they would start purchasing the software. You just said why are they wasting their time fighting, software pirates?
I'm not disagreeing.
And that's not even exactly. I'm saying this is the trend. It's a lot of work to enforce the rights to the software because pirates are good, and that's not even how they make a lot of money anyway. They should just be giving it away. And the fact that their software ecosystem is starting to merge into Android realm and Apple's domain as well, then I'm telling you this is a very I think things are going to be looking really good for Microsoft going forward.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on a second here. I'm just going to okay.
It's the next story.
Okay, well, no, I just got a word from Dick DeBartolo. He wants to know if there's a link, and I sent him the link. So I'm not sure why he didn't get it, so I might have to...
He can wait his turn, sir. You were talking to me.
All right, anyway, you're listening to the Computer America show, and Ben is off tonight, and Aaron and I are doing Computer and Technology News, brought to you by Slimware Utilities, the official optimization software of Computer America. And there is another story that I wanted to do, and that is, Apple is envisioning a multi-touch keyboard that could kill the trackpad. I mean, look at the trackpad. The trackpad. Why is there a trackpad on a laptop? Well, because it's people like using trackpads on portable devices as opposed to a mouse, right? But trackpads really do take a lot of the real estate on a portable device, on a notebook or a laptop, what have you, right? I mean, it's a big chunk of that space. And evidently, Apple is working something called the Fusion keyboard. Now, this is a keyboard with keys that can both insert characters as well as deploy touch gestures with the keys themselves.
Why?
Well, size is the one major reason. I mean,
are you kidding me?
Trackpad on most laptops.
Look at the all of the laptops that have come out in the last 3 years, and show me one model that doesn't have a touch screen. Why do we need a touch keyboard to go with our touch screens?
No, well, but a lot of people don't like touch screens.
They want a touch keyboard instead?
Well, yeah, because you don't have to move your hand. I've used touch screens. You have to literally raise your hand up and do this.
Sorry, I can't do this.
You can do this.
This is ridiculous.
You don't think it's?
No, I think it's silly. Again, what is going on with Apple? Can we do an Apple story? I'm getting increasingly disappointed in this titan of industry.
Well, basically, the Fusion keyboard would allow you to swipe your fingers across the keys to move across the screen, just as you can with the trackpad. So basically, you can touch and type at the same time without lifting your hand off the keyboard to touch the screen, and I think that makes a lot of sense.
Well, if I'm typing, I don't want my cursor to be jumping around the screen.
It wouldn't be. It would be set up so,
This is ridiculous. I would just get my mouse and use my mouse because I use a mouse.
When you get a mouse, what do? You have to remove your right.
People have a trackpad because they lose their mouse all the time, and that's a way for them to use
the trackpad. Trackpads on a computer could be obsolete. I think that basically
absolutely because everything has a touch screen.
No, I don't like touch screens. A lot of people do the same thing.
Who are they catering to with this? Who is the small select audience who hates both mice and touchscreens?
Okay.
And trackpads. It doesn't exist.
I'm surprised that you're reacting so strongly to this.
Are you kidding me? There is no one in the world that doesn't use a mouse, a trackpad, or a touchscreen. If you hate all three of those, you're a Amish. I don't want to say Mormon. That's not right because they're very actually savvy people with their technology. I forget the word. You're a moron. That's the one.
Anyway.
You're someone who doesn't use devices if you don't like mice, touchpads, or trackpads, or touch screens. If you don't use any of those three, you're not using devices anyway. So why would I go out of my way to build a keyboard that also has touch capabilities?
Anyway, this keyboard will also have 2 levels, so you'll be able to perform different tasks based on how hard you press the key. For example, pressing the key softly to the first level could input a character, while pressing it harder, the second level might register a mouse click. So anyway, this is and it would be I think it would be very intuitive. I like the idea. You don't like the idea, I think.
I don't. It's absurd. Please,
right, well,
no more Apple stories. I beg you.
All right. Well, then how about this one? This is, do you use Chrome?
I used to. Then it got really buggy, and then I stopped using it.
Well, it isn't buggy. It's just that it's a resource hog. And they realize this, you open 2 or 3 or 4 tabs, and it really can bring your to a crawl. And so Google is aware of this, and they're working to correct that problem. But in the meantime, Chrome has these extensions that you can add to it, just like plugins, add-ons, like Firefox. Chrome has extensions, and this one extension has come out, and they're calling it a creepy Chrome extension because it shows where Facebook messages come from. So if you're using Facebook's mobile messenger, and which specifically tells you that it tracks your location data the first time you install the app and every time you start a new conversation, most people don't realize how often and how accurately it actually does so. In fact, the app pings your location each time you send a text. And with a new Chrome extension that they're making available, you'll be able to see exactly where your contacts have been messaging you from without their knowledge or consent. This new extension has been dubbed the Marauders Map. Okay, the extension leverages GPS data that embeds into each messenger message to surreptitiously locate and track whoever sent it. Now, this isn't a real-time tracking method by any means, mind you. The extension simply compiles that embedded data into a cohesive map. However, it does allow anyone you've mailed with Facebook Messenger to see where you've been. So if this sounds a little too bit stalkish for your taste, you could always just uninstall Messenger and use any of the myriad of alternative texting apps currently on the market. Supposing that that's not an option, though, you can alternatively just turn off your GPS location service before launching the program. You think it's creepy?
You'd be surprised. I actually think the trend is quite the other direction. We're going to get some guests on the show here soon, hopefully, where they are almost, it's called, crowdsourcing.
Mhm.
So it's instances where they're using people's phone to stream real-time, video footage or pictures, and then uploading it to the cloud in real time with their location. So if you've got a lot of people in a crowd at a demonstration or at a concert, then you could have, you can go online and see 10 different, viewpoints at that, event. And there's a lot of, you know, especially as communication and cloud services get more and more integrated and robust, you're starting to see more and more people willing to not to advertise their
attempting to get us back on, and evidently is doing so. They had a little server problem, but in the meantime, Ben is off tonight, and Aaron, is acting as my co-host tonight here on the Computer America show. And like anything having to do with technology, you get little glitches, and but there he is. He's back.
Why did you throw me out?
I didn't throw you out. Google is having some server problems, evidently.
I was talking too much, and you needed an out. I get it.
So evidently we're back
But
now, and it seems to be working again. So
where was I? I was on a tangent.
yeah, you were talking about the story that we're doing about the creepy Chrome extension, which shows
Yes, people
Facebook.
are embracing that kind of thing. I wouldn't
Yeah?
say it's creepy at all. I think, if anything, it's the trend.
You
And I
like-
think, well, there's a lot to be. Honestly, it's kind of. I mean, yeah, okay. There are real concerns. You should be concerned about people getting access to your sensitive information. But if you take a picture somewhere in the world and your phone offers to, geolocate that for you in Google Maps, why not? I mean, are you worried some ninja's going to show up at that instant? They're just going to see you and just poof right to your instance and hurt you? Like,
a ninja?
you should be. I think we should have enough courage to use what technology has to offer if it's convenient. Honestly, I wouldn't be afraid of someone knowing where I am. If anything, I send letters out every day with my return address on it.
Yeah, but
I'm not.
you might not be at that location at that particular point in time.
I'm just saying, you must be a wanted person if you're going that far out of your way to deny yourself some of these great features that we can enjoy. I think if you're someone who is not, on the lam, then you should be willing to enjoy these interesting features.
I see. You have to be on the lam. Okay.
If you're not,
All right. Well,
but again, it's a personal preference. So
let's talk a little bit before the news. We got Dick DiBartolo, the GizWiz, coming up in the next hour. Why don't you talk just a little bit about what we're doing about our contests? I understand now that we're using social media to promote our contests. We finished the Logitech contest, and we've taken that up, and we're using Facebook and we're using YouTube for starters. So my understanding is that you just on every page at computeramerica.com, they have those little charm icons to the right of the page, and which kind of transparently float there. If you click on the F, which is for Facebook, you'll go to the Computer America Facebook page. It'll take you there, and then all you have to do is like the Facebook page, right? Just say you like. Hit the like button, and that automatically registers you for our social media contests that we're having. And if you click on the YouTube button, you'll go to our YouTube streaming page, and there's a little button that pops up that says subscribe, and you can subscribe to our YouTube video page, and your name will also be recorded for yet another opportunity to win some of our social media prizes. Do I have that correct?
And you can go to Twitter and you can click follow, and then there's a third way for you to yes, and then you can also go to Pinterest and Google Plus.
Okay.
So not to drag that out any further for comic effect. Yeah. But I guess it's this whole newfangled social media thing fad. It's not going away, and it's high time Computer America got with the times. And so most of the world communicates effectively with social media, and it's a great outlet for even news agencies are going to Twitter. Big companies. There was a ruling recently that said some financial officer at a big tech company accidentally published financial results over Twitter. I think you and Ben actually covered the story.
Yeah, we did.
And the judge said, "Hey, are you announcing this over Twitter like it's an official channel for your company?" And he's like, "So what if I am?" And the judge said, "Okay, deal." So I mean, these social media outlets are being widely accepted across all parts of the consumer enterprise, you name it. And it's just about time we caught up. So people who get involved, get informed. If you find us on Facebook, find us on Pinterest. You don't have to sign up everywhere, please. We know people have their own preferences and their own favorites. Just find us on areas you already are. If you'd like, you can find us elsewhere. Tell your friends. More chances to win. But we're going to start doing more show outreach through social media, and it only makes sense for us to give our prices away there as well. So you were saying, this week would be Facebook and YouTube, or was that? I thought that was last week.
Yeah.
That was last week. So this week is going to be Pinterest, Google+, and Twitter. You can find us on those three. Sign up for them, and you've got 3 chances to win this week. Next week goes back to, and it's going to alternate those 2.
Yes.
And then once people start signing up and we start getting real crowds and it starts getting a little unfair because the pools are so large, we'll start splitting it up and rotating or do multiple giveaways each week to different networks.
Well, we have lots of stuff to give away, and we want to give it away to you.
We want lots of ways to give it away.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is the best way we can find.
All right.
If you have a better idea, please email it.
Okay, so you're going to stick around for the second hour. We've got Dick DiBartolo.
I have a pressing and critical question for Mr. DiBartolo.
Right, and that's coming up in the second hour of the show as we move into hour 2 of the Computer America Show. You're listening to the Computer America Show on the Blog Talk Radio Network, on the IRN Radio Network, on the TuneIn Radio Network. We even had that little app you can put on your iPhone or your Android phone, and you can listen to Computer America via the TuneIn Radio Network anywhere you are. Another news tips bulletin review coming up as well. Dick DiBartolo joining us in hour 2 of the Computer America Show. Stay with us.
Broadcasting live, it's the only national radio talk show on computers to air every weeknight. Computer America, hosted by national columnist Craig Crossman. The first hour's behind us, but there's still more of tech news, tech talk, and your phone calls. We're being beamed nationwide at ComputerAmerica.com. You got computer problems? Bring them on. You're listening to Computer America. Computers run the world, and we run computers. Call us or send us an email to live@computeramerica.com.
Hello and welcome into hour 2 of the nation's longest-running, nationally syndicated radio talk show on computers. This is the Computer America Show, and I'm your host, Craig Crossman.
And I'm your co-host, Aaron, tonight.
Yes, you are. And tomorrow night, too. You'll be our co-host for both.
Sure.
Ben has been called away on an urgent mission, but he'll be back with us on Monday.
Tell the truth.
Yes.
Ben was vanquished in an epic arm wrestling contest, and until he, defeats me again, I will be the co-host.
His email address used to be Ben Destroyer of Worlds.
Yeah, that was back when he was into lolcats.
We continue on here. Aaron is filling in for Ben. He is our executive producer and our webmaster. We call him the webmeister here at Computer America. And we're going to go into hour 2 of the program. Again, just remember that ComputerAmerica.com is our website, and you can see it's our new revamped website. You can see everything about the show at ComputerAmerica.com. We have our new title cards. The home page is extremely informative. You can see who's on the program. We have our Interact page, which shows you our social media contests. We have tech support, free software. We have a news and blog pull-down menu. Just explore. There's a lot of things to explore at the new Computer America website. We invite you to check it out.
Actually, at the risk of really beating this dead horse too much, there's one new page we added I'd love for people to check out, which is there's a subpage on the guest calendar now. People can check out the themes that we've been rocking this past year. And 2015 has an overall theme now. We've dubbed it the Year of the Frontier. So you can check out the website and see how each month's theme ties into the overall one. But I was saying for June and July, travel, green tech, I think it's going to really come together the next 2 months. I hope we inspire people to at times wander away from their screen and see what's outside their front door, because there's a lot going on in the world today.
Excellent. Right.
And
All right.
we hope.
Yes. All right. Well, let's bring our guest on. Of course, he's known as the GizWiz, as well as being Mad Magazine's maddest writer. Dick DeBartolo is wild about gadgets. He's here to share some of them with us tonight. He's also an official Computer America correspondent who appears here on the Computer America show every last Wednesday of the month. Dick, welcome into Computer America. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Oh, we're just...
Hey, Dick.
Hey, how are you?
Can I actually
do you only have guests whose last name is Crossman on this show?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Craig scared everyone else off, so we're glad you still come in every once in a while.
Okay.
It's actually only co-hosts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm your new website. I'm over. I'm in the jams and ice cream page. So it's quite expensive.
I don't think that's ours.
Okay.
I actually added that page, Craig. I thought it would really attract a different kind of website viewer.
No, it's like the website of the month. Every time I'm on, I have to start at ground zero. It's a new website.
Well,
that's good. It looks good.
We have your picture up there right on the home page. So
I saw it. Yeah.
It makes
it's still coming together, but I would think certainly in the next month or so it's going to really harden up, and we're going to have a really highly functioning website we can be proud of, and will help us. People will be able to find the show when you come on to talk to us, and it'll be really quick, easy to access. That's what we're after.
Yeah.
Great. Super.
Can I actually ask my super critical, ultra important question?
Oh yeah.
Sure. So, much to the disapproval of both my parents, I have been attempting to grow facial hair.
Okay.
And I have to say, the mustache is the hardest part, sir. But yours is a bona fide, silver horseshoe. How? What is the secret?
You know what? It actually, I didn't even know I could grow a mustache. I had a boating accident where I broke a tooth, and the tooth went through my lip.
Oh,
and so I couldn't shave, and this mustache started growing.
I thought they were extensions.
No, I wish they were. They are now. And when it started growing, I suddenly realized not only did I like it, but it made me so less conscious of being bald on top. So basically, I think it is the hair that belongs on top that doesn't make it all the way up, and it just sprouts below my nose.
It migrated.
I literally do nothing to it. It just grows.
Just happens.
Well, you can see Aaron doesn't have any lack of hair on top of his head, but for some reason he wants to hide it behind a beard. That's my parent.
Evidently, it is harder for men to grow bushy mustaches, because if I get any comment at all, it's from guys going, "Can I just ask you, how did you grow that mustache?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's so difficult. It's right there where it joins. It's impossible. You just need the overall. I think it's the overall length, and it just all blends, and it looks like a glorious mustache instead of it's really coming together. So just take some time.
Jonathan in the chat room says that if you marketed stick-on stashes, he'd buy one.
Oh man!
Okay, that's a good idea. Another page for your website.
There it is.
You know what? I would love to partner. I would love to partner with you on that. We should really consider that. But I just want to say it really is something. I just keep my eyes are drawn to your circle personality to the up and side of your head. It's a circle and a mustache. That's all it takes. And it's identified. There
my logo is. Do I have anything here with my logo on it? Yeah, I have my business. I don't know if that's going to even show.
Yeah, it's on your microphone.
Oh, it's on the mic. Okay, there you go.
It's a calling card. I mean, it's
it's great. It's great. Well, thank you.
Now, if you want to follow along about all the things we're talking about, just head over to GizWiz.biz. That's the website. And then you'll see one of the banners that says Non-Paid Lackey Fun on Computer America. Just click that banner, and you'll see all the things that we're going to be talking about tonight. You can kind of follow along, and then you can see them. And, of course, if you want to, you can just go to GizWiz.biz and see all the things that Dick talks about. We're going to focus primarily on the Computer America portion. Again, click on Non-Paid Lackey Fun on Computer America, and you can see everything. So let's get started. Dick, you start off with most people have an HD TV, a high-definition television.
Yes.
But the question you pose to your readers is, do you have a fake TV?
Exactly. So we're doing a lot of stuff from the hardware show that was in Vegas a couple of weeks ago, and I met the fake TV guys. First I'll tell you what it is, and then what they were introducing. So fake TV is a little box. It's maybe 3 by 3 inches, maybe a couple of inches deep, and it has LEDs on the front. It has a tiny little light sensor. You plug it into an AC outlet. You face it toward a wall or toward kind of closed Venetian blinds. And when you are not home, as the sun goes down, this little light sensor at dusk will turn on your fake TV. Your fake TV flickers, fades, does wipes, so that the reflection in your window and on your walls looks like somebody is home watching television.
Right.
And then you can set it for 4 hours or 7 hours. So when it comes on, it'll stay on for that much time, because if it was on all the time, someone might say, is that really a TV? The guy never shuts it off. And what was interesting, it was at the hardware show, they were talking about introducing a less expensive version. I think the original one was $49, and the new one was going to be half that at $25, with less LEDs and not as bright. But then when I came home and looked on Amazon, the bright one now sells so well, it's down to $31. So it seems almost silly to buy the budget model because it's only $6 cheaper. So I would get the more deluxe model, which is the F11. And the F11 is brighter. It offers you the option of choosing leave it on for 4 hours or leave it on for 7 hours and then shut off. And I have actually used one on my boat when I had a houseboat, and it really looks like someone's watching television. It's great. And I think the thing is, if someone's walking through a neighborhood and 2 houses are pitch black and another house looks like someone's watching TV, I think they're going to go to the house with no light on it at all.
Yeah.
What's the
unless they knock at the door and say, "Hey, are you watching the final Letterman show? Can I come in and?"
And Robbie,
actually, I'm just watching LEDs on the wall. So I think it's a clever idea.
What's the power draw for that TV?
Oh, it's less than a nightlight. I think the guy said it was like 3 watts or something.
Oh, wow.
And that's another. Even though LED TVs don't draw much power, this is a lot easier way to light your house when you're not home.
True.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I think, and as you mentioned, it's been around for a while. I have seen this.
Yes. There's been different versions of it. This is actually the 3rd version of it now.
And they've been very successful with it, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So again, it's called the Fake TV. And by the way, a comment in the chat room. They want to know if you're wearing your non-reflective glasses.
Oh, that's very funny. That's very funny. Dennis, my spouse, said, "I want you to have a new look. I want you to wear these round glasses." So this is the first time I ever wore my round glasses, but they are not non-reflective. So
do you have
do I look like Harry Potter?
Yeah, exactly. Your eyes are lighting up because of the reflections.
Oh, okay.
It's not as bad as Ben's though. Ben's, you can actually read the article along with him.
Oh, that's funny. That's very funny.
So
okay. So this next one, again at GizWiz.biz, is a story about these are helpful magnetic things. This is not like the Internet of Things. This is just helpful magnetic things.
Yeah. And this first one, it's very clever. I said to the guy, you know, I like this idea. It's called the Magnetic Finger Glove. And it slides onto your index finger, and there's a dot at the end where there is a strong magnet. And it's for if you drop screws or something on the floor, you can run your finger over it and pick them all up at once. But what I liked about it was he showed when you're trying to put a nut on a bolt, it's sometimes hard to do the two things at once. So you just stick the bolt on the little magnetic finger, and it's easier to hold it steady because you only need one finger to do it, and then screw the bolt into it. You can also use it to hold a nail in place while you give it the first whack with the hammer. Or if you drop something under the desk and it's a nail, something magnetic, just run your finger under the desk. Actually, you'll pick up everything under the desk that's magnetic.
Yeah.
It's just a clever idea. It's under $11, and I thought it was fun.
You know, I would have changed it. I would have left off the word glove. I would have just called it the magnetic finger.
You know, it's very funny because I kept, when I was writing up the thing, I kept writing magnetic finger. And then I was looking on the package, and I said, oh, it's magnetic finger glove. But you're right. Magnetic finger sounds more mysterious.
And not only that, it's the website. It's magneticfinger.com. There's no glove in there.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's very funny. That's very funny.
I would just call it the magnetic
finger.
And even printed on it, it says magnetic finger. Yeah, so that's it. I call it just call it the magnetic finger.
Okay.
I think that's okay. Now, we were just talking about your glasses, but this is kind of interesting. This is a handy, safe way to carry your eyeglasses and spare glasses or sunglasses. And this is kind of cool.
And you know, I like this too. It's also magnetic. It's called Reader Rest, and it's a little V-shaped piece of metal, and it's magnetic. So you put the larger magnetic block inside your shirt, and then you click this guy onto the front of your shirt, and it gives you a little V in which to drop the frame of your eyeglasses. What's nice about it is when you bend over, if you put your glasses in your pocket, they inevitably fall out, and that little V tends to keep it locked in. The glasses kind of lean forward when you bend over, but they don't fall out. And I like this idea because if you are wearing like a t-shirt, something without a pocket, you always somehow put your sunglasses down somewhere and mentally say, I'm not going to forget these. And then, you know, later you go, oh, they're back at the restaurant, they're on my dresser, I left them on my desk. So again, this is a very easy way, and they make different designs. They make one with a tiny little pair of sunglasses on the front. And depending on the design, they're anywhere from about $10 to $12. Yeah. And I think they work well.
I like, you know, because I was going to say, this, I don't know how many times I take my glasses and put them down somewhere, and then I totally forget where I put them. I mean, it's like a blank. And, you know, and it's not old age, and it's not, it's just people will they'll put something down, and you tend to forget where it was that you put it down, and then you have to go around searching around the house and all the places you've been, and then there it is.
No, absolutely. I say, all right, I can't find my glasses. Let's see. I had juice. Let me look in the kitchen.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I brushed my teeth. Let me look in the bathroom. Oh, I got a clean handkerchief. Let me look on the dresser, on top of the dresser.
Yeah, my wife kids me. She says, "How's that Alzheimer's coming along?" And I go, "No," I said, "It's not."
Oh, yeah, your wife is not kidding. She talks to me about that all the time.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's so funny because he sets down his glasses, and I come back and I pick him up and move him somewhere else, and he's just for hours he's lost. It's fantastic. Hours of fun. I actually put them in this little pocket I have that when you lean over, it like holds the glasses in.
Right.
I never lose them. I walk around with them. He looks for hours and hours and hours.
What a well close-knit family.
Yes, he is.
Right.
He'll actually wear them, and I'll be looking at him. And I have a pair of glasses exactly like that.
Glasses?
I have a pair just like that. When did you get that?
Oh, that's very funny.
Oh, these old things.
How much does that cost? It costs $10 or $12?
Yeah, depending on, some of them are decorated. The cheapest one, which is just the V-shaped piece of metal, is $10. And they're on Amazon. Bed Bath & Beyond carries them. And the ones with little sunglasses on them is a very cute little design. I think it's a clever idea.
Is it? Are they both for men and women, or do they have separate, or they?
No, I don't think they differentiate.
Okay.
I mean, I've wore mine when I wore a T-shirt and didn't want to lose my sunglasses.
Well, I used to have what was it? The little string. You would put them around the temples, and you would wear it around your neck. And I had this for my sunglasses. For reading glasses, I felt a little funny, but for sunglasses, it was okay. Maybe back then it was fashionable.
Yes, right.
It was considered fashionable. But for reading glasses, your glasses, you don't want to wear that little what do they call it? What's the name for that too? They just attach the little cord that attaches it, and you wear it around your neck. You don't want to. This is a nice alternative.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay. All right. So this next one again, and I got to tell you, flashlights today. I mean, with the LED technology, it has improved so vastly. They have these incredibly bright LEDs that pull so little power from batteries. There's some amazing ones out there, and I understand you found not one, not two, but 3 high-tech flashlights.
Yeah, these are from Pantavision. Several things about them I like. First of all, they're all aircraft aluminum. They have polymer grips on the side so that they don't slip. They're also a very flat design, so you can slip them into a pocket. Also, when you put them down, they won't roll anywhere because they're more rectangular than they are round. Mm-hmm. They're waterproof to 3 feet, not water resistant. They actually have O-rings over the battery compartments so that they're totally waterproof.
Wow.
They use very high-end Cree LED bulbs. The most expensive one, and I actually thought it was going to be more than $80, is 1,000 lumens.
Woo,
this is bright. And then the littlest one is $49. That's 210 lumens, and that runs on 4 AAAs. And then I guess the most economical one is the $60 one, or under $60, which is 600 lumens, and that runs on AA batteries.
Now, have you seen the 1,000 lumen model?
Oh, I have it.
You haven't?
Yeah. At the show, I said to the guy, I could use this on ABC News, and he said, well, this is the demo model, but I'll send you one for ABC News. Oh, it's amazing when you light it up on your hand, and it's like you should have sunglasses and your little V-shaped thing on your shirt to put it on. And then every one of them, especially the 1,000 lumens, has a built-in heat sink, chiseled into the aircraft aluminum, just to vent the heat that comes from the Cree bulb.
Is it a single bulb, or are they?
It's a single bulb. It's a single bulb.
And it has a reflector, I assume, maybe.
Yes. You know what? I'm turning around.
Okay.
And that's the 600.
All right.
And this is the 1,000. And
what that looks like. Oh my God!
Whoa! It's a lightsaber. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and that's aiming away from you. Can you?
Oh my goodness! Don't hurt your eyes.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's a 3-way switch. I'll just aim it away from the camera. Yeah. So it's high, and then it's medium, and then it's off. So you can just
let's see. Just hold up the bulb without turning it on. Let me just see what kind of bulb.
Okay. So,
it's a LED bulb.
I think it's a single Cree, and it has letters before it. It's on the.
That thing is bright even when it's off.
Yeah. It's what?
It's bright even when it's off.
Yes, exactly.
Actually, is there any? Does it have any mention of any of the three models being what they call explosion proof? Like, can it be used in environments that, like, is it spark proof?
I have no idea. What kind of?
Where are you hanging out?
This is a very.
You should move that boy into something more secure than a bunker. What is he?
Well, this was a very serious concern. At my previous job, I was a
miner?
Chemist. No, I was a chemist.
Oh, okay.
And every day we're working with thousands of pounds of flammable solvents, and you need to know how much is in that drum, and it's incredibly flammable. And if you have a flashlight that's not rated to work, hazard. So anyone working in an industrial type setting, that flashlight looks like a godsend. But if it's not spark proof, usually EH&S departments will not let them use it on a work site.
Yeah, Aaron is a chemist. He's going for his PhD in chemistry. But show him your shirt. Just slide it down.
Oh, sure. But yeah, this is why I'm so concerned about explosions, because it comes with the territory.
I see.
That's bacon.
Yeah. Little hobby of mine.
What a diverse family you have.
Yes, very diverse. Exactly.
We're all very eclectic and strange.
Yeah.
I don't know about eclectic, but certainly strange. All right. Again, Dick DiBartolo here with us, talking about all these really cool things that he finds on the internet, and we're looking at GizWiz.biz, and click on the banner that says non-paid lackey fun on Computer America, and you can follow along with some of these stories. So we're just talking about this high-tech flashlight. 3 different versions, a 210 lumen, 600, and 1,000 lumen for about $80. Now this next device, I can really see a lot of these, because a lot of times we have stairs in our homes and the Carolinas, and sometimes you have to move something that's really heavy upstairs. And evidently this is a new cart designed to make it easier to go up and down steps and stairs.
Yeah, the up cart. The up cart is very clever. It has, if you look at the picture on the website, that sort of makes it easier to understand what it does. So it's 3 wheels on each axle, and as you get to the step, you pull it, and the wheel that wheel lets the next wheel roll up the step. And then as you keep going, you pull again, and it rotates again, and the next wheel rolls onto that step, so that instead of banging on every step, it's more of a fluid motion as you roll up or push it down steps. And it was introduced at the hardware show, and I have an idea that the guy was trying to judge what the reaction would be, because at the show he said the introductory price was going to be $69, and then when it was in retail, it would be $89. Well, by the time I got home, and he showed me that on the website, by the time I got home, the $69 price had vanished from the website, and it was just $89. And my guess was, a lot of people go to like the hardware show or the trade show to get a sense of is this going to work. They'll spend however many thousands it is to display, because hundreds or probably thousands of retailers go there, and if hardware store people don't pick it up, why bother building them? But if you get a lot of orders, then that can affect what you're thinking the pricing is. And sometimes I'll say something, I'll say to the guy, I don't want to break your heart, but I've been doing consumer stuff for 20 years. That is really a high price. If you could get that under X dollars, I think you would do better. There was a guy who had years ago an AM/FM baseball cap, and I said, how much? And he said $89. I said, it's not going to happen. No one's going to pay $89 for an AM/FM baseball cap. So, but I think they will for this. They're rubber tires and ball-bearing axles.
Well, I'm going to say if it's a smooth, it says that you can lift a 100-pound cabinet up multiple stairwells just as he's being up the groceries. If it's that simple. to use, and I'm seeing how it works now. It looks like there's like a triaxle. In other words,
yes, it keeps it rolls over.
Yeah.
As it goes up. There's a little video if you are on GizWiz.biz.
Yeah, you can see it. And it's called the up cart.
Yeah.
And now does it fold up as well when you're finished?
Yes, the guy at the end, it was amazing. He just you take the platform that the boxes go on and you push on it, and the entire cart just folds in. It must have taken 3 seconds for him to fold that up.
Wow. That looks very, very handy. That's something that I would actually consider getting. I mean, because when we have stairs, and now
that you're getting old and can't find your glasses, I think this is perfect.
But now that I know Aaron keeps the one who's hiding them,
yes,
not always me.
Now you feel better.
The whole family's in on it.
You feel better that you're not going crazy, but that your family's out to get you. So it's kind of a mixed bag.
Exactly. He's still going crazy. It's just our fault, not fate.
All right. Again, I encourage you all to go to the website. Go to GizWiz.biz, and you can see Dick DeBartolo's iconic logo there with the mustache, the inverted U, and as Aaron pointed out,
silver horseshoe. But it's black.
Silver horseshoe.
Exactly. That's right.
Exactly. And you can see all the different things that we're talking about. And again, that was the National Hardware Show. Was this would you say the darling of the hardware show? I mean,
well, you know what? What's really fascinating about the hardware show is that it now covers everything. It's really like about 7 shows in one. There's a whole the whole lower floor of one of the convention halls is all outdoor garden. Then there's the tailgate party section where they have all the things for cars and for picnicking. So this is one of my favorite things. Yeah. I thought it was one of the more unique things. And also what I liked about the hardware show is, unlike CES where there are aisles of same thing, 9 million iPhone cases and 4,000 external battery charges.
Yeah.
The hardware show, there is a lot of different kinds of things.
All right, you're listening to the Computer America Show. Dick DeBartolo, the GizWiz, is here with us. He's going to finish up the hour with us. You can check it out at GizWiz.biz. Click on the Computer America logo, and you can follow along with us. We got a news tips bulletin review from Marty Winston coming up as well. This is the Computer America Show. We will be right back. Please stay with us. Looking for a best friend? Brother Wolf Animal Rescue has your best friend waiting just for you. The mission of Brother Wolf Animal Rescue is to help build a sustainable, no-kill community where no dogs or cats are ever killed for population control, where true euthanasia is reserved only for animals who are irremediably suffering, or for animals who are truly a threat to society and with no hope of rehabilitation. Brother Wolf's staff and volunteers go door to door, neighborhood by neighborhood, to educate citizens about local resources available for at-risk pets and to help their families connect with those resources. Brother Wolf's community-based approach to no-kill helps keep family pets healthy, happy, and in their homes and out of the local shelter system in the first place. For more information or to make a tax-deductible donation to this wonderful 501c3 organization, visit their website at www.bwar.org. Help to realize Brother Wolf's vision when no animal is euthanized for lack of a home.
Who's a good boy?
Hi, this is Craig Crossman, host of the Computer America Show. You have important meetings to schedule. Your company's getting ready for its IPO, and you're in charge of the PTA fundraiser this month. So how do you coordinate everyone to be available at the same time? Are you still using emails, phone calls, even text messages to schedule meetings with a group of people? How's that working out for you? Not so great, huh? It's a fact that every day, millions of people suffer from scheduling headaches. Well, with Doodle, scheduling meetings with a group of people is quick and easy. With Doodle, you can easily propose available times to each member. Each one checks off the times that they are available, and then you simply pick the time that works best for the group, all in an easy-to-read display that integrates with your existing calendar. Nothing could be more simple. Give Doodle a try for free, and like millions of Doodle users, you'll truly see how easy it is to find the perfect date and time for all your meetings. That's www.doodle.com.
Let's do this. This is Marty Winston with a News Tips Bulletin Review for Computer America, this time the Talent MUS3 stand. The Talent brand is exclusively distributed in the U.S. by Parts Express, who honored our request for the Talent MUS3 stand. Stand by, because this is about to take you for a turn. The first, the MUS3 is a sheet music stand and not a new invention. It's like the ones you may have seen on a Philharmonic stage or in a school band room. It has a telescoping dual shaft adjustment for height and a rear tightening adjustment for tilt, but it's basically 20 inches wide of steel with an L bottom if it's on its stand on a Y-shaped base. We didn't want it for sheet music. Rethinking workspaces, we took a look at the phones on our desk and thought about what we might be able to do to make them take less space but be more accessible. So we figured on a right angle mount using a wall mount for the phones, but it looked familiar. Made us think of music stands, and we found the right stability in the Talent MUS3. We could fit 3 of the instruments we currently use, but decided instead on a slightly wider model with a bigger display and bigger buttons in case we ever get old. The whole assembly also had to take advantage of 4 clock modules, because we heard that Windows 10 doesn't support gadgets, and we keep a clock on screen for each of the U.S. time zones. So we put the whole thing together. A strip of vinyl tape silenced the rattling of the concentric vertical strut in the stand, and plastic project boxes covered the wiring in the back. Bottom line, the Talent MUS3 stand from Parts Express is great for sheet music, but even sweeter when we try to make the workplace neater. This is Marty Winston with a News Tips Bullet Review for Computer America.
34 minutes after the hour. Welcome back to the Computer America Show. Ben is on hiatus for the next 2 days. I'm joined by Aaron Crossman, my co-host and executive producer for the show and webmaster. And Dick DiBartolo, the GizWiz, Mad Magazine's maddest writer, is here with us, and we're doing fun stuff that he finds for us here on the show. He joins us on the last Wednesday of each month. GizWiz.biz is his website. Click on the non-paid Lackey Fund on Computer America banner, and you can follow along with us. And we just finished talking about this really cool a cart designed to make it easier to go lift packages and what have you, boxes, up and down stairs in your home. Very, very interesting. Certainly affordable, $90. Collapses down to a very small size. Heck, I'd get one of these, and I probably will get one. This next item, though, is a handy fire extinguisher for home working out. Now, there are a lot of fire extinguishers out there. What motivated you to review this fire extinguisher, Dick?
You know what? It was a guy in the convention center said, "Oh, the gadget guy, the GizWiz, go outside, go look for the fire aid booth. They have a demo out there that's gonna knock you out." So, I went out and I found the guy and I said, "All right, so what's this amazing demo?" And he says, oh, "Okay, I'll show you." So he takes a towel, like when he took the towel, I said, "Oh, wait a minute, that's for my hotel room." Anyway, so he had a towel. He takes a butane torch and he holds the towel up and he runs the butane torch over the towel, and of course the towel like instantly burns because butane is so hot. And he goes, "Okay, now watch." So he sprays another part of the towel with this fire aid, and now he puts the towel over his hand.
Whoa.
And I said, "Your hand is under there." He said, "Yeah." And he takes the butane torch and runs it back and forth over his palm holding the towel. And I stupidly said, "I'll try that." I mean, at the time I thought it was fun, and I was shooting video for the GizWiz show. But later, when I was watching the video, I thought, you know, if this didn't work, or if the guy didn't put enough on,
you could have hurt yourself.
Bad, you know, a butane torch. So anyway, and the whole experiment. At first, I thought it was a fire retardant to put on clothing.
Yeah, right.
And it turns out that it's really a fire. What's good about it is it puts out fires without using anything toxic. It's non-corrosive. I don't know. Have you ever used a regular small fire extinguisher?
Yeah, it blasts and everything. Smoke everything.
Yes, a white powder. I used one on a boat once in the bilge. A battery cable was sparking, and you just about ruin everything in there.
Yeah, that white powder gets
It's a white powder, and if the powder gets wet, it's just a big mess. So the object here is it's a fire extinguisher that doesn't ruin whatever you're putting out. And they go to a lot of car races where they extinguish fires where they don't ruin the engines or have the powder going in everything.
If it's not the powder, how does it work? Does it what is the mechanism?
You know what? I have no idea. All they could tell me is that that was what was not in it. It was no CFCs. It was what the gas was biodegradable. It's a liquid, and when he sprayed it on my hand, it came out. He used a new can, and it sprayed all over me. And he said, "Don't worry, you're never going to see it on your clothing. It's going to dry up in a minute or two and go away." So I don't even know what's in it. I know you cannot use it in commercial buildings where you have to meet what's called NFPA 10 regulations.
Aaron, you're the chemist here. Any idea?
Oh yes, Mister. Get the miner out of the.
A miner. I'll have you know that there's actually lots of incredible resources that can be pulled out of a mine, and that is incredibly hard work. So, how dare you besmirch the miner?
I'm not besmirching you. I just want to know which one of them you are. Sleazy, dopey.
Generally happy, but
happy.
sometimes
Okay.
I like sleepy.
So what might be in this, Aaron?
The white powder type extinguisher that you were talking about, I know sometimes fire extinguishers can have almost like a bicarbonate, just because that will give off CO2 gas, which starves a fire of oxygen.
Right.
Sometimes fire extinguishers, if they're from metal, will have sand in them. You're literally just blasting it with sand to kind of quench it. But what you're talking about there, and there's lots of other ones too that work on the same principle of just denying the fire fuel, oxygen, or something else. So what that sounds like to me is that liquid, as it gets hot and it vaporizes, it drives off the oxygen, which quenches the fire. There's no oxygen, there's no fire. So
okay, but we don't know what it might be, like scrambled eggs.
Oh, there's lots. It could be anything from a whole class of molecules that behaves like that, but it's usually proprietary. So
yeah, okay.
Go to the website.
Yeah, let's stick with that. It's proprietary.
Go to the website fireaid.com, and I'm sure they probably list the ingredients on the website. They'll tell you what it is. Yes,
I'm pretty sure they have to tell you what's in it, but they don't have to tell you how to make it.
Or the ratio.
Exactly. So, and there's a lot there to the formulation. The actual active ingredients, like I said, it could be a wide range of things that just functions that fits that function. You have to have something that will get rid of the oxygen, but the rest beyond that is only their secret, and that's how they're able to do their thing in the capitals society.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well,
it does work. That's I can say.
It does work. That's the bottom line. All right. Now this next one is kind of interesting. The headline for it is "There's a chill on my can."
Exactly. Just to get people to read further.
Yes, exactly.
And also, when you use the word NASA, you get right. So these are some young guys who invented something called the chill puck. Years ago, a couple of years ago, they invented spin chill. Have you ever seen spin chill? What you do, it's like a tiny little electric drill that attaches to the bottom of a can of beer or a can of soda, and you pull the trigger and it spins it over ice, and it'll chill a can of soda or beer in like 45 seconds. It's ice cold.
Oh.
Right. So this is the same people. So now they have a gel, which they say the same gel NASA uses to cool nuclear reactors, and so it's a little puck of this gel that you freeze. The gel has a little band around it, and the band latches onto the bottom of a can of beer or a can of soda. The chill puck has a little raised section that fits right into the concave bottom of a can, and basically it just keeps the can colder than if you were walking around drinking a beer or a soda without any chill at all. And what I liked about it is that they don't go nuts with their claims. I think it was, I don't know if I even printed it here, I think they said it will keep your beer or soda 8 to 10 degrees cooler than if this little puck wasn't clipped onto the bottom of a can. And it lasts about, I put a couple out in the backyard, one with and one without. It keeps the soda colder for about an hour, which is not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you buy a bunch of them, they're as low as like $3 each or $4 each.
But they only work on 12 or 16-ounce cans.
Cans, yes. You know, someone was saying, do they work on bottles? They actually have to clamp on so that bottom of that puck fits up into the bottom of the can, so it doesn't work with bottles.
Okay. So no liquid nitrogen in there. It's just
no. Okay. And you can't put out fires with it.
Yeah. Okay. Throw it. All right. Now this next one. This is something I want.
My gosh. Okay.
I mean, first of all, I want the thing that takes up and down the stairs. That's one item I definitely want.
Okay.
And here's another thing that I really definitely. I mean, you're really on target with these, Dick. This is a toolbox. A toolbox that you wear on your wrist. This is like a fashion statement. This thing is so cool. This is from the guy, I understand, who developed Leatherman, right?
Yes. And I don't know if you know Leatherman. They make multi-tools. Most of them are in the shape of like a pliers, except the bottom of the pliers has 19 other tools in it. And they're very high-end tools, like the Leatherman. They'll be $60, $70, $80 for the various Leatherman tools. So this is their new tread, and it's not out till August. This is 21 tools that are on a bracelet. And so if you go to my website, there's a list. There's a glass cutter. There's a bottle opener. There's an oxygen tank wrench if you're a diver, a glass breaker, screwdriver, box end wrench, Phillips screwdriver, flathead, hex drivers, 21 tools.
But it looks like
it looks pretty. It looks like really rugged and manly. And you take it off, and what you do is you fold it so that the tool you want is at the top, and then the rest of the bracelet is the handle for what you want to use. This is
something like Batman would wear.
Yeah, exactly. Now this is not inexpensive at all.
Yeah.
In stainless steel, it's $150, and in what they call, I think it's called BLC, diamond-like black-coated stainless steel. So they're both the same bracelet. $50 more gets you this coating on it, but I am finding that guys are really drawn to it. So
yeah,
it's sort of like instead of a smart watch, you have like a smart bracelet.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, you can. I mean, I could see. You know, they should come out with another model that has a watch in this.
They are.
They are.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes. Did you not read the bottom?
No, I didn't. I didn't see that.
But wait, there's more. A version of the tread bracelet that will include a watch is going to be available in fall 2015. It'll be called the Leatherman Tread QM1 with a Swiss-made timepiece, quartz movement, shock-resistant crystal for heavy-duty wear, and the price was not announced for that.
Now, is it going to have the same amount of tools that the?
You know what? That's very interesting. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Because, I mean, basically, is now. You know, it's because it's on your hand where your watch would normally be, and if you wear a watch, then you wear this, so it's going to be either this or the watch, and
yes, or you can wear both of them.
Yeah,
you see people.
You know what? There was a way to change tools around, so perhaps there'll be a way that you could say, I'm never going to use the 3mm hex drive. You know, it might be a way to build your own bracelet with the tools you want and the watch. That would be my guess. Is that if they have to leave something out, what they leave out would be up to you. So that
and it's going to be August.
August 1st for the bracelet, and September for when they would announce the pricing for the watch.
The watch exactly. Version, that has got to be one of the coolest things, because I mean, right now I do carry a Leatherman on my keychain, and I have one of those micro Leatherman, you know, that's small and it and I carry on the keychain, and I've used that. I can't tell you how many times that I found that to be so useful. But if I could take that thing off my keychain now, and because it'll make the keychain smaller, and just have it on my and you know, and even to use it would be cool, because I can see myself just taking it off in front of people and then folding it over, and it's the tool that you want, you know. Very
very different.
Yeah, very different. And to compound that also, if that isn't cool enough, well, there's another way to carry around tools for you in the form of a key.
Yeah, it's very clever. It's called the doohickey. And there are two versions. There's the doohickey skull key. So you've heard of a skeleton key. Well, this is a totally different kind of skeleton key. It has a picture of a skeleton on it. And it's from Night Eyes. And Night Eyes makes all kinds of very unique little gadgets. They make a little fold-up stand for your smartphone that folds back down. It's the size of a credit card. So they're little doohickey keys, and there are two of them. They have the same tools: a file, a flathead screwdriver, a serrated edge, which you can use as a saw. I actually used mine to open one of those plastic clamshell packages that is such a trick. And a bottle opener. It's stainless steel. They told me it's TSA safe. And the best thing of all is on Amazon, it's under $6. And if skeletons scare you, they make the exact same tool with just a very nice little line design. Both of them are stainless steel. You know, you make an excellent point. I wonder if you were wearing the Leatherman Tread and you're going on an airplane, if they would make you take. You know, if you found somebody who really liked it, they would say, "I'm sorry, I have to confiscate that." And would you have a second one, because my brother's gonna want one too?
Yeah, let me confiscate that as well.
Yeah,
that's bold.
But do you? I wonder if you can wear that on a plane. You know,
I don't. You know, I'm gonna say no, just because it's gonna look. It looks lethal, you know.
Maybe with a watch on it might tame it.
That could be. That could be.
All right. Well, again, trust Dick DeBartolo to find these amazing things. And I love the name, though, doohickey.
Isn't that clever?
Very, yeah, exactly. So anyway, I know that my wife cannot start her day without coffee. It just, you know, until she's had her morning cup of coffee, you don't really want to talk to her. You don't want to be nearby, you know. So evidently you've got this OXX coffee box.
Yes, you know what? I wanted to see this because of the commercial. They have a commercial with, you know, construction workers starting out with steel, and we You know, we build buildings, but we need our coffee, and they fling it in the back of a truck. They actually pick up a truck with a forklift and put the truck up on 4 of these coffee devices, and so the whole thrust of it is that this is the coffee maker for the construction worker on the website. The thing is, to my mind, it's a little misleading because, like at the show, one guy was saying, "Oh God, this will be so great in my Jeep," and I said, "You know, this is a coffee maker. This is going to take 1,500 watts. Oh, I'll plug it in my cigarette lighter." I said, well, you're not going to get 1,500 watts out of your cigarette lighter. You're going to need a heavy-duty power inverter. So it does require 1,500 watts, but it's sort of made for, to me, a narrow market, or maybe not. Construction sites where the coffee pot can get beat, like they throw it on the floor, on the ground in their promotional video. It has a huge water reservoir, 84.5 ounces. It locks in. You can throw it upside down. Water won't spill out of it. But the thing is, nowhere did any of us know how it made coffee. So a friend of mine from Fox said, "Let's go down." I said, "You going to see the Ox Box?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "How do you think it makes coffee?" He said, "I have no idea." Well, it turns out it's a K-cup machine.
Oh, okay.
So it uses, and with that huge reservoir, I think the guy said it can make about 12 cups of coffee. But wait, there's more. It also can heat hot water, and there's a little spigot on the side. So if you want to make soup, or you need hot water for something that you're making, you can get hot water out of this unit. In addition
is
to
that a
making
picture?
coffee.
Is that a picture I'm seeing on the?
No, that is, and that's not included. In the commercial they show, it says cup not included.
Oh.
But what it is, it's just to show you that that panel folds up. The panel that you put your thermal mug on, or whatever you're going to put your coffee into, you take that mug away, that folds up, so you have a fairly indestructible coffee maker.
And please tell me this one doesn't use digital rights management. You can use any K-cup.
You can.
Okay, good.
But you know what? I know how to defeat digital rights.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know how?
Scotch tape.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh, no, I know. You need to go and get yourself an old-fashioned percolator coffee maker and enjoy coffee the old-fashioned way, pre-DRM.
No, the funny thing is, on Twit they have a legal show, and I was watching it, and the woman was saying that digital rights management is being used in a way it was not intended to. Digital rights management is like to protect the rights of something you own, whereas digital rights management is being used here as a way to force you to only buy their product.
That's
and then this person just showed how to defeat it in about 10 seconds and never having to worry about it again.
Yeah. Well, the CEO of Keurig already said that was a big mistake, and that they shouldn't have done it. So
what, to make the digital right management thing?
Well, I think it was part of their model, right? The whole, I mean, they weren't making money off the coffee makers. Let's be honest. They were making money after selling dozens and dozens to every coffee drinker, these little cups. And if that's your cash cow, you want to try to force people to get to use them, even if it's unpopular.
Yeah, I think what was bad was that somehow they screwed up, and the rights ran out for the K-cups, and that anybody could make them. But then to say, all right, we'll come up with a new coffee pot, and we'll put the digital rights management in, and we'll make it so that you can use anybody else's. I think that made people very angry.
It did.
Yeah.
Digital rights management. Why do we need to put it in anything not necessarily digital? Why does our coffee maker need digital rights management?
Yeah, to force you to buy their K-cups. Or their cups. I guess they're not K-cups.
I actually went out of... There actually is a K-cup coffee maker in this house, but Carissa and I were so frustrated with those little cups. We use a percolator coffee maker, and I have to say, no regrets. It's so easy to use.
Oh, okay, okay.
I really enjoy grinding my own coffee, too. That's a fun experience.
Oh, yeah, no, I use a compressor machine that has a built-in burr grinder that grinds it right before it makes coffee.
That's a great smell just before you actually get your coffee.
Yep.
Well, you know, there are so many more stories that we're just not going to get time for. There's that moving and storage tape.
Well, you know, I'll put those for next time.
Yeah, for next time.
I'll just move them in to the next show.
Exactly, and again, with some really innovative toys that we didn't get from the toy fair, and you can see them again at GizWiz.biz. What's coming up with you, Dick? What's going on?
Let's see. I'm doing something on Patreon. Do you know about Patreon? So some changes at Twit. So Leo Laporte called and said, look, after 8.5 or 8.25 years, we're going to move GizWiz off the network, but I'm going to put you in touch with someone who will help you produce it on Patreon, which is like your fans. If they want to pay for an episode, they can, or you continue to watch it for free. He said, in the meantime, I'm bringing back the screensavers, a new version called the new screensavers, and I'm going to move you over to that.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm on screensavers on Twit this week.
And what's happening at Mad Magazine?
At Mad Magazine, I just finished my satire on Pocket Hose. Oh, you and I both know Pocket Hose, right?
Yes, exactly.
We both have pocket hoses.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I just bought one today, a 100-foot one. You know?
Oh my gosh!
I have a 100-foot one now, but they're really good. I have them all over the place, and they're wonderful.
Yeah, no, they work pretty good. I mean, they fail more than other hoses, but
when they work,
they're great. Exactly.
All right, stick around to the end of the show, Dick, and thank you again for being with us here tonight on Computer Maker. We look forward to having you on next month.
Yep.
More
perfect.
Yeah, you'll be on the 24th of June. Exactly. Coming up tomorrow night, Aaron mentioned that Symantec is going to be here on the show. We're going to have Kerry Notchenberg, who is the chief engineer
90 seconds.
for Symantec Corporation. But he's not only there, he's going to talk about, he's got a book out, a new book that Aaron is actually currently reading. It's a techno thriller, adventure novel. We're going to find out exactly.
The Florentine Deception.
The Florentine Deception, and he's going to be here talking. So he's still with Symantec, chief engineer, but he's decided to become an author. So we're going to talk to him on tomorrow night's show. In the second hour, we're going to have computer and technology news brought to you by Slimware Utilities.
60 seconds.
The official optimization software of Computer America. Again, thanks to Dick DiBartolo for being here with us, and thanks to all of you for being with us here tonight as well. Ben will be back on Monday. He's going to be gone tomorrow night as well. Just have some things that he had to do. Couldn't be here with us. But as I said, he'll be back on Monday night. And then on Friday, we're going to have Roku on the show as well in the first hour. That's going to be a lot of fun. And we will see you tomorrow night. So until tomorrow night, this is Craig Crossman hoping that your hard disk never becomes floppy. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Good night, everyone.
10 seconds. Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Okay, everybody. And thanks for watching us here tonight.
Hey, thanks, chat room. I didn't get a chance to sign in tonight. One of my computers is down.
Oh, okay. Well, Dick will be next month with
next month. Yeah.
But thanks again for being with us here tonight on our live stream.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great.
Yeah, it was. It always is.
Yeah.
And we'll see you tomorrow night. So good night, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.